Huh. Good morning. This is the morning show with H2O and Dr. Butterfly, the relationship specialist. I don't know why I'm looking all weird on the screen this morning. Oh, because this. I got a little crook in my neck for these braids. I remember Paris asked me, was these braids tight? And I felt like they wasn't, but apparently they was. She was like, them braids look so tight. Yeah, I was like, they're not that tight. But apparently they was. Apparently they was. I needed my little phone because this one is on my other Facebook. But while you talking, I can go in there. You can talk about the well, you got to come on first. Experience the wow. Just Dance Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Second Sundays at 6. Legacy Bar and Venue. Okay. That's when we have. Hold on. Those are the times that we be at Legacy, and on this Wednesday, this will be Chicago Style Stepping and DFW Swing Out. And you practice with us. Right, and you can also come to practice for the contest. You can actually come there and talk to us about the contest. If you want to partner, you can come and talk to us and see if we can partner you up, because there are some guys too there now, ladies, who want to be in the contest. So that would be your place to come practice too. And if you want to
come pick a partner,
right, pick a partner, practice, kind of show, go around the floor if you want to, dance around the floor.
In September, where the world's largest will be in Chicago, we're going to have our preliminaries in August. So
don't think it's in August, because that.
Well, July 31st through August 2nd. So I would say go ahead. August 1st, yeah. Right, and so from July 31st to August 1st, in the second, so it's going to be a meet and greet on July 31st. August 1st is going to be the preliminaries, and August 2nd will be the going away. It's going to be a fantastic event. I would say come on out. It's going to be a lot of people. We are going to make sure that the event is spectacular. Absolutely. It will be absolutely spectacular. So come on out. We've been doing this for a little bit now, so if you can, come on out. We'd love to have you in the building. Your keys are probably where they're supposed to be at. I just had them. Huh? Look in the truck then. I may have left them in the truck. Okay. So I'll take questions. Please share the live. Good morning to everybody across the United States, whoever's tuning in. Thank you. And we do appreciate your support. This morning, we're going to talk about some topic whenever my wife comes back in here. My wife will sit around and talk about a topic. I do have something that I would like to share with her. She does not know right now, but I'm going to go ahead and share it with her here in a moment. So y'all will be the first, even before she knows what I'm going to do.
What? Who would they be the first to know?
Oh, I was going to tell you.
What was it?
Huh?
What was it?
Well, you sit down.
Oh, okay.
So, here we go right here. All right, so I did want to tell you something.
Okay.
All right, so I've been short the last couple of days, and I do apologize for being short because, I had my son here. He wasn't listening, acting crazy. So I have been short a little bit, and you got some stuff going on, so you always like that. So
Whatever.
but I have
I don't got nothing going on.
You have stuff going on.
This is not how you apologize to somebody. You apologize to people, and then you halfway blame them at the same time you apologize. That is not a proper way to apologize. Like I apologized to him yesterday because I got a little loud with him, and then I just apologized. That's how you just apologize. You just apologize.
Baby, I'm sorry.
You don't blame the other person at the same time. I went off on you, but it was really your fault anyway.
Oh no. That was your fault anyway. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. But I love you.
I love you too.
I do apologize.
Well, it happens. When you're doing all this stuff together, you kind of gonna you just gotta know that sometimes you just gonna have disagreements. You just gotta know that that's gonna happen. You're going out of town. When we went to we got married what day we get married on? Saturday. On Saturday.
Yeah.
We got married on Saturday. We had our party on Sunday, our second Sunday party on Sunday. Then what day did we go out of town? What day did we go to Virginia?
Thursday.
I worked Monday through Thursday. Well, I didn't work that Thursday. We went out of town, went to Virginia. We partied, of course, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, we hung out with my sister. And then Tuesday, we was back home. And we wasn't back home because I was stuck in Chicago. And then I was stuck in Austin. Then we drove straight to Dallas. This is how much stuff we done did. And it ain't all me. People like, that's you, the busybody. Because I know I've always been a busybody. But he's worse, seriously. Anyway, so we got back home Monday. When we got back on Tuesday, we went to Dallas, picked his son up, went out because he wanted to still dance. He still wanted to dance. Went out to some parties, and he just wanted to show up to some people's nice birthday party.
Some support.
Yeah, he just wanted to go out and support some people in Dallas. So we went out, and I was looking a hot mess down there. And I had took a bath, but I felt kind of like sweaty even a little bit. But anyway, went out, and that was on Tuesday. We got back Wednesday. There was our Wednesday at Legacy. So now we back at Legacy with our party. And then we've been to everybody else's party since. We went out Thursday, Frida party. Friday, Ron Brown. Saturday, Faces of Houston. Sunday, last night we went out to the Two Steppers party, to Iris and Walter's in party. I'm just saying, man, I'm tired. And then guess what's back today? Work. This is what happens when you're two busybodies. I'm already a busybody. I'm not gonna lie. Most people could not deal with me because I'm always wanting to do something. Okay, I'll go somewhere. But he is worse.
No.
John said that last night. I told John about us running around. He said, that's you. I said, no, it's not. It's Herman. I mean, it's 70%, 60% me, and then the rest of it. So anyway, that's been our schedule over the last 2 weeks. So I think we said we're not going out of town anywhere for how many weeks?
I don't know. You got something to do coming up, but
we're going to New Orleans next month, right? In April. Okay. I'm ready for that. We're gonna go there and just relax, right?
It's just gonna be us two.
Are we gonna ride the bus? We should ride the bus. I think we should ride the bus. We'll ride the bus because we don't have to use no energy and go down there and hang out. And if we need a car, we'll rent one. But I think that don't even get no car because it's hard to park.
We ain't gonna be doing nothing but on that.
Right, just chilling. Right, because when you got a car down there, sometimes it can be hard to park. Right. So we gonna ride the bus. They ain't got the mega bus no more. I used to love the mega bus. I used to just love the back, that big up decker up top. I used to go up to it had a double decker. Mm-hmm. It had 2 levels.
Right.
I would go up top and then just sit up there and be chilling. He rides for like $30 to New Orleans. Anyway, we're going to New Orleans. That's it. And, just with each other, like that's going to be our kind of like is that going to be our honeymoon or no?
Yeah,
that's our honeymoon. Okay, that's going to be our honeymoon. I'm good with that. I wanted to go to Hawaii, but we might do that. We'll do that next year. We're going to wait till after the world's largest, the whole world's largest, the prelims and the world's largest, and then we'll go to Hawaii maybe like December. Something like that. Because now, since we're involved with this, I mean, we're going to put even more work in supporting others who are doing the contest. And so already go to people's stuff, but we're going to put a little bit more work into that. So, because that's our thing. Our thing is to be out supporting others, and it does take a lot of energy. It does, and sometimes we be tired, but guess what? We just do it anyway. And the greatest thing is that's what we both want to do. That's what we were already doing. I was already doing that when I met him, and he was already doing that. Even sometimes people didn't like us that much. We would be there anyway. They might have not liked us, but they'll be like, we know butterfly coming. Or they'll be like, we know H2O coming. So, why my camera all foggy like that?
You just clean your own thing.
Oh, that's what it is. Because yours is all clear and clean looking, and mine is all foggy. There was a towel or something.
Oh, man.
Oh, that made mine come up.
No, you should be clean camera.
Oh, okay. What else? Let's talk about apologies, because when I could bring that up with my clients, that's when the fight starts. I'll be like, when my clients come to counseling, a lot of times I'll be like, you know what? I have a feeling that y'all need to apologize. There's something that both of you need to apologize for.
Right.
My other, I believe my little tablet.
I had it. I put it somewhere.
Oh, you did? Where you see? Oh, my little phone. Let me see. So, what about an apology? And an apology, because that was good. Thank you, Herman, for giving me that apology. Can you do it again? Because that one didn't feel like no real apology. Tell the truth. Let's do it.
And that is absolutely not what to do. Just say, can you apologize again?
Yeah, because you didn't apologize the first time. You said it was my fault.
I didn't say it was your fault. I said it was my fault for being short. And I do apologize now. I will apologize. Yes, I will. That's what you want.
Okay, thank you. And I apologize for, and I still do, for getting loud with you when you just told me to wash my hands. There was no reason to get loud and irritated. And there's no reason for me to be telling you, well, don't tell me something because you do it yourself. I shouldn't be telling you that.
It's all good, man.
No, I'm just saying. So there you go.
Thank you.
So, but we're going to talk about that. So let me see what else has been happening. Oh yeah, before we talk about that, let me talk about that thing that I said on Facebook. So, a lot of people commented on that.
What I put on Facebook yesterday, until you find that, what I put on Facebook yesterday was, can you go there? If anybody's seen it, I'm not sure if anybody's seen it or not. People might be, but if they are, I put on Facebook last night. I said we are building Texas dance community one step at a time.
Helping to do it. Okay, go ahead.
We are working to get Texas being a positive community. Building Texas. Let's go Texas. One step at a time. Now, some places in the nation are saying that, hey, Texas is a drama place to go dance.
That's what they said? There was drama?
Yeah, that's what some people were saying. There was a lot of feuding from Houston, some in Dallas, some in San Antonio. Not all the same people, but feuding at each other, feuding at people from Chicago, feuding at people from Miami, feuding at people from a whole lot of places. So let's get us back in this positive eye. That's what me and my beautiful Dr. Butterfly are trying to do, because dancing is peaceful to me, relaxing, therapeutic, and it's not only to me, it is to most of all of you as well.
Exercise too.
And it is exercise. I came from 400 pounds to what I am now.
Because that's why I also be making sure I go out every night too, because we need to get exercise. I'm just saying you need to, because I'll be saying I'm gonna go to the gym, and that's a lie. I got a whole gym membership, and me or him haven't been to the gym. I remember he was, I'm gonna be at the gym every day. I'm gonna be like, he man, I'm gonna have all these muscles, your flat abs and all this. And when did you go to the gym?
No man, I just canceled a membership.
And I've been at it for years and I ain't been going. And it is a wonderful gym.
It is.
I won't be obligated to do it.
Beautiful.
We can get in
Yes.
the massage chair. The massage chairs are
Oh,
so
okay.
good.
Yeah.
And the other stuff over there, classes. I don't
True.
know why we would make a commitment to at least go twice a week.
All right. So
Because we just line our stuff when we say we're gonna do that. But so I put this one. Do you have anything else? Was you done?
yeah, no, I was just speaking about what I posted yesterday as far as let's build let's build a positive dance community back. And when I say we, I mean all of us
Right.
in the Houston area, in the Dallas area, in the San Antonio area. People see us feuding. This is not something
Well,
that
who was feuding? Oh, they just feuding in Dallas about that swing out stuff.
right. And it's a dance community. I didn't say
Oh,
stepping
okay.
only. I said the
Oh, okay.
entire dance community.
Okay, and
This-
that is a fake feud that they have about that swing out.
Well, yeah, this
I feel like
but
it is.
my thing is this is not invisible. This is not invisible.
Oh, okay.
People around the nation is looking at this and talking about this. This stuff is not invisible, y'all. This
Okay,
is-
but that ain't in Houston. That's all over.
That's all, and some of it is in Houston too.
Oh, okay. All things I know that happened in Houston is the people. It was the money situations that happened. Where people said people didn't pay people, or then when they came for the other contest, then they didn't end up having the contest, and then they were saying that. But one thing that y'all don't have to worry about is that whatever we say we're gonna do, we have money to do it. Whether we make 1 cent, no cent, or whatever, we already have it. And this contest, people are going to be in it, and we're going to have enough contendees. We're going to have enough contestants and all that. We're already going to have it. We already have people starting to sign up already. We're going to have enough, and this contest will happen. So that's
If
what you
we
done
have
got to worry
one
about. You
person-
can get your ticket right now. 'Cause
If
you
we
do not
have one
to-
person sign up, they're gonna do it by themselves.
Exactly, but we're not going to have one person. Right.
I'm just saying, like, because a lot of people, a lot of contests be like, hey, we didn't have enough people.
We're not
I
doing that.
will get in there. I will be the only one in that thing if we have to do it. But nah,
But we're not doing it. We already have people signed up.
Sign-ups, everything. So it's not gonna be, hey, well, we're gonna do this, now we're gonna take it back.
We're going to be doing the footwork for this contest.
Absolutely.
It's going to happen, and it's going to be great. And we're going to have enough contestants. And whatever we say we're going to give you, we're going to give you. And you can mark my word, and it's going to go great.
One person,
Wonderful.
I would say,
And can't nobody in Houston say I owe them 1 penny.
yeah, nobody in the United States can say that about me.
Yeah, me.
One
yeah.
person,
Even bill collectors can't say I'm late on nothing. I ain't late on no bills or nothing.
so one person did 2 competitions this year, and
Don't
They
even say
didn't
that.
they never panned out.
Yeah, well, because I mean, you got to get out here and do the work. You got to do a lot of
Do
work.
your research on where to go because we're going to be the place to go to.
You got to
So
work
just do
all
your
year
research,
round for this stuff.
because it was here in Houston that one person did
Oh,
2
Lord.
and counseled both of the competitions. So
And we went to Alabama, they canceled it. And we went.
yeah,
And we was
so
pissed
do
that
your
we
due
spent our money.
diligence and figure out who's doing what they say. That's
Right.
all I'm saying. Our early bird special for our event is going to be $100.
Right. And so don't blame us about what other people did because we ain't doing nothing.
We're not. So if those contests didn't pan out, they don't have our name associated with them
Right.
at all.
And if our name was associated, it would have panned out.
And if our
Because
name is associated with it, you go to all my flyers, you check all my
if
history.
I
you
had to
check
go
all
up
my
to everybody in
receipts,
Houston and ask them to do it, I would have done it.
and
and
everything
everywhere
that I ever put out that I'm going to, I did do. Even the giveaway fundraiser, she did one.
Plenty
I
of them.
I mean, yeah, plenty of them. So yeah, anything that we ever put out, we do.
Yeah.
So
We're
I'm
not
just
gonna
trying
do
to let you know. So please read the flyers carefully. If it has Just Dance on it, you bet your money.
If I'm involved in it, we're going to keep our word. I'm going to do that kind of stuff.
1,000%.
Because that's very disappointing. If you be practicing and you getting ready for something and you done bought an outfit and you done bought your ticket and all that stuff, and then you get there and they don't have that contest, that's very disappointing. I
Very
would never
easy.
want to disappoint nobody like that. That's crazy.
Because I know how it is.
He wanted to do a petition. He was out there, he was down there in Alabama typing up a whole petition.
But it was a beautiful event for a beautiful cause. So I did not follow the petition. But it was a beautiful.
But that's how upset people can be when they practicing it and they got in their mind they're about to do something and then you cancel it at the last minute.
Right. So that's all I'm saying.
We're not gonna do none of that kind of stuff. We're gonna do the work, but we're not gonna say we're gonna do it. We're gonna get out there, do the work, make sure people. We can't force people, but we're gonna do everything we can, and people are already signing up. So. To do everything we can to make sure that this event is very successful. People are already
There we go.
Yeah, so get to H-Town. Go ahead and get your ticket.
And that will be for sale pretty soon.
It will be our business to make sure that you have a wonderful time in Houston. And what we said we're going to do, we will do for sure.
And this event is,
you can bank on it.
When you come to one of our parties, one of our events, you are the star.
Got one corporate credit card right here. I'm just saying. It'll pay for everything that we said we're going to do. No, I'm just playing. I really will.
Hey, come on.
I'm just playing. Okay, I'm just playing.
So,
but
yeah, we do. So, praise God. Thank you, Jesus, for being so good to so kind.
Exactly. Go thank you, Jesus, for it's not a bragging for allowing us to be able to do what the things that we dream of doing to, and giving us the, the vision for hard work, putting in the work. Because there's nothing, nobody got nothing without work. Well, I didn't shit, because we didn't grow up rich. We got it in the mud. So,
yeah.
Right? Yeah. We didn't grow up with no extra, with nobody telling us what to do, with nobody saying, hey, you should go this way and go to this school and I'm gonna pay your first payment or nothing. We got it in the mud.
Well, my people did.
Oh, okay. Well, in my case, it's not that they didn't help me. It's just that they didn't have a vision for that for a girl. It was just like all you need to do is just get married and have babies.
Right.
That's just Arkansas. Arkansas is like my family would have been totally satisfied with me just from getting married and having babies and raising my kids. I'm just saying they would have been totally satisfied. There's nothing wrong with it.
No, nothing wrong.
I just wanted more. Once I seen that you could work and you didn't have to put up with people talking to you any kind of way and treating you any kind of way, like a man talking to you and treating you any kind of way, cussing you out, slapping you and all that, and that you could actually work and pay your own bills. I said, really? When I got my first hair job, when I was 22, I went to hair school. I already was having babies. I had already had 2 babies, and I was like, I got to find something to do right now because I was going to Arkansas State University. So I was going to college. I had that vision, and but I had 2 little babies, and I was like, dang, I need to start making some money now. And then I went to hair school. I was like, I got to find something to do. And I walked into hair school with this lady. It was Donna Wilson. She ended up being with my cousin, Willie Green. They got a kid together. Willie, 1 or 2 kids together, Sherelle and Dujibay. Okay. With Dujibay. But anyway, this is in Arkansas. And I walked into hair school one day and I was like, I used to always braid everybody's hair in the bathroom anyway. In high school. And when I was supposed to be doing my work, I was in the bathroom braiding people hair. But in middle school. And but anyway, I said, do you got to be able to already do hair to go to middle school?
Beauty school? Beauty school,
yeah. I said middle school. Yeah, beauty school. And they said, no, we prefer that you don't. We prefer to teach you from ground up. So I said, okay. So I started the hair school the next week. Yeah, I did. I did. I was with it. I started hair school the next week.
Wow.
And that was the beginning of my awakening that, hey, you could work. And after that, I was working like a slave. After that, boy, you couldn't steal me nothing. So anyway, then I went to hair school. I graduated. I was pregnant again, 3rd baby, Danielle, all through school. And then I actually was, it was time for me to take my test. And Danielle was 2 weeks late. She stayed in that oven, let me go to Arkansas, take my test. I went to Arkansas, took my hair test because I already had a job set up. And then she came the next day. I came back home. I went all the way to Little Rock, 9 months pregnant, to take my test with my model because you got to take a person with you. Me and my model. I had my papers in case I went in labor. I was up there huge taking that test. People was like, are you going to go in labor? I was like, no, I'm okay. I'm all right. I wasn't even hurting. I was good. And Danielle stayed in there in that oven. And then I got back and I had her the next day. Determination. So ever since then, I've been grinding. And I got that first job. Bernard Cobbs gave me my first job down there in Jonesboro, Arkansas. That was it. I've been hustling ever since. By 23, 24, I owned my own shop. Then I owned some other businesses, hair, beauty salon, beauty supplies, clothing stores, stuff like that. Chocolate City in Wichita, Kansas. And then I came to Houston, had red carpet. My son got hurt. So that's how I ended up getting to Houston. My son got in a bad accident, pulled the TV on himself. He was with his dad. I was in Atlanta at the hair show. I come back, my son near death. And I had to stop everything. In 1 minute, I had to stop everything I had going on. And I had to sit at that hospital or he was not going to make it. He was 1 inch, not even an inch. He was half an inch from death. And it was like, they was trying to make me unplug him and everything. And that's Devin, the one y'all see outside. They was trying to make me unplug him. And I was like, nope. If he wants to die, if he's meant to die, he will die on his own. Because he was barely living every night. So I was like, well, he will die on his own if he's meant to die. And that was a horrible experience. Because Q's was dying all there, and there was in the critical unit. So Q's were dying, people, it was crazy. It was a crazy experience I had.
Wow.
And but anyway, he survived. Some kind of way he survived. But when that was happening, I was doing real estate real big. I was huge in real estate. I was like top 10 in my company in real estate. I had my barbershop going, my clothes, my beauty supply and all that stuff going. I was rolling 1,000 miles an hour. I was really being a busybody. Stop everything and go live in Kansas City. That was the next thing. Because they sent him to the hospital in Kansas City once he came out of critical for his, to recover. And I said, how long is he going to be here? They said, we don't know. I said, okay, well, I got to go there and be with my kid. And remember, I have other kids now. I still have 4 other kids. And so I had to go there, be with him. My brother helped that's what my brother did, stand up. Thomas, he came over there. He helped me and he stayed with Myra. My other kids was in Arkansas with their dad already anyway because it was the summer. So we figured it out. I don't really know how, but that was the hardest moment and the hardest time in my life. But some kind of way, okay, he recovered. I brought him home. I didn't even know how to do that because he was on the feeding tube. He couldn't walk no more. He started all the way back as like a newborn baby. And so I was like, dang, y'all gonna leave me? How y'all gonna leave me with the kid to take care of by myself? I'm not no nurse. But they taught me how to do it. How to feed him. He feed him on the feeding tube, all this stuff. I couldn't leave him with nobody. It was just so tragic. So what I did is I sold everything I had. I said, you know what? I'm leaving Kansas because if anybody ever had their child hurt, that is the worst experience that you can ever imagine. And everybody was, because I was not with him, and everybody was asking me details to the story and all this, and it was so stressful. And people were making assumptions. Well, if God, you're saying stuff like, God won't put on more on you than you can bear. What? I can't bear this. Why did he put it on you? Why did he put it on me? Acting like you had to do something wrong for this to happen to you. All kind of crazy stuff. People be implying, acting like, because people thought back in the olden days, and we studied this in school, grief and how you help people deal with grief. How you help people deal with grief, a lot of times, is you need to just be quiet and listen and try to be there for them. But most of the things you say are going to be wrong for you to say, especially when somebody's child is hurt. But you surely don't tell them that, well, act like they was getting punished somehow. People think they're helping you when they say these type of things. You know that, right?
Right.
Imply that they're getting punished somehow, or imply that, like, say that thing, God wouldn't put more on you than you can bear, or everything is in God's will. Like, don't nobody want to hear that when their child is near death.
Right.
Just pray for them, be there for them, because you know that if a person can't work, they still got bills coming in. All their bills is coming in every month. You can give them a donation. If you know a person's child is like that, you can go sit with the child. Because when you have a child like that, you can't go nowhere or do nothing. You can't leave them with nobody because they're on the feeding tube. Who can you leave a person on the feeding tube with? You know what I'm saying? Nobody, because nobody knows what to do with it. So you could do other things to help. But the number one thing to do is keep your lips closed because you're probably going to say the wrong thing that feels very offensive.
Right.
So anyway, from that made me just say, you know what? This is my opportunity to leave Wichita. So I sold everything I had. And my best friend had just moved here, Tasha, one who just came here.
Mhm.
She had just moved down here to Houston. And I said, I'm going to go check out Houston. And I checked out Houston. And then the next week or two, I went and I paid for me. I put my apartment in. I mean, my application in for a house in Houston. And I moved to Houston. And that's how I got here. I've been here ever since. And I've been grinding. And I came right here knowing that, hey, you know what? You're not going to know nobody there. And you're going to have to grind. And me and my kids, we had my cards, and we would go all over and hand my cards out. And even Devin, because as Devin got better, you know, he could talk and stuff, and then he would be like, my mama do hair, and he'd give me my card. Yeah. All my kids would be out handing my cards out all day, and me. I was working in the mall, we'd be handing them cards out. I would have a whole line full of people waiting on me to get their hair done. And the other people that did hair was in there complaining. Oh, we've been slow. It's slow in here, whatever. I had a whole line of people. I'm brand new in town with a whole line of people waiting for me to do their hair. So anyway, because I knew I had to hustle. So I came here. I got my real estate license again, but it was way harder to do real estate. This whole story came from just saying that, hey, we ain't got nothing. Nobody has given us nothing. We have had to get it in the mud, through the rain, through the storm, through whatever happened. So thank the Lord for endurance. Is what this whole story came back. So it's got in Houston, got my real estate license. It wasn't easy like I thought it was going to be. I thought I would be able to just do the same thing. But of course, here I didn't have that circle. Because in Kansas, I was kind of like a ghetto superstar, a hood superstar. But then here, I'm nobody, of course, big old city. So of course, that didn't really pan out. But I was doing a lot of rentals. That's what I was doing.
So that is a fantastic story.
Right. So anyway, that's the story of Dr. Butterfly up until I found dance. To finish that, okay, finish the real estate and then get by, just did hair and did all that.
And then went to doctor school, went to school.
Right, because 2009 happened when Bush was in there and nobody had no money. Everybody was losing their job and everything. So everything was slow. So then I ended up starting back to school. Me and Tasha started back to school. And I just kept going to school until I got a doctorate degree. So anyway, that's my story. That's my story. But we ain't got nothing easy.
Now
it's all been in the mud.
Now, what I want to come in at is say, if you have any questions about.
Oh, I knew I was going to go there.
If you have any questions about the preliminary coming up here in Houston, reach out to me. I've been looking, but there's something going on with Facebook.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So I was going to read that one where I said, send us any questions you may have about the prelims. Go ahead and let us know if you want to sign up.
Good morning, Mary Powell. She don't want to.
Hey, Mary. Good morning. How you doing? Mary know part of my story. So I want to read that thing that I put out there. Some men can feel dead inside after a long, unhealthy marriage. I was dealing with several men with this last week. Some men can feel dead, and dead is just like numb. They feel numb. They can feel like this is when you're in the part of the nervous system, the dorsal vagus nervous system, the bottom part of your nervous system, where you have just been so stressed out that you pretty much has given up. You can feel like a dead dog, pretty much, like you just laying there and you just lifeless. You living every day, but you just feel very numb.
Right.
Or even dead inside, because I've heard men interpret it.
I've been there.
Yeah, you can feel dead inside. A lot of times after a long, unhealthy marriage or long relationship, especially if you feel like you never get, this is really where it happens at. If you feel like you never get your way and you feel like happy wife, happy life, and you always like, okay, whatever, you just do it your way. Okay, you just do it your way. Okay, you just do it your way. You know, you keep doing that thing because you're avoiding arguments, or you having this whole thing like this man like to say, you're fucking at me. So you avoid discussions because you feel like everything is a fuss. You feel like you can't win. I don't know if it takes y'all back to y'all mothers when y'all was getting in trouble or what, but men being very avoided becomes a problem for them. And the way this happens is, this is what I put on here. This is through my studies, what I came up with after talking to lots of men, lots of women. That's what I do every day. Talk to people about their relationship, try to help them through it. The way it happens is when men keep avoiding discussions and saying, okay, have it your way. Eventually they build a lot of resentment. The story starts to be that all this is about her. Because I've heard a lot of men tell me, all I do is work. I feel like a workhorse. All I do is work, and then my money goes to bills, and I don't get what I want, and yada yada yada, that kind of thing. And then they begin to, once this resentment is builds like a big old ball of fire, because that's what it is. Once it builds, they react with angry outbursts. They start calling people names. That's one of the things. Start calling you out your name. They really just start talking to you any kind of way. They don't leave you. They just start talking to you, talking crazy to you, talking to you any kind of way. They really just be checked out. But it all started with avoiding things. And then I just said, what are your thoughts? I'm going to read some of these comments. And I just said, what are your thoughts? But this whole thing started with avoidance. Okay. Cannot avoid things in relationships. If you continue to avoid things, it ends up building up a bunch of resentment. Now, you got to do like the old people too. You can't bring up everything either, because you got to pick your arguments. You can't let everything be an argument. You have to find a way to create these, what we call win-win solutions. And I'll put some information out there about win-win solutions today, because I've been developing many different techniques about how to come up with win-win solutions. So anyway, here you go. So Velda Evans said, it absolutely goes both ways. With that being said, it's true. When one dances around issues, there comes a point in time when that person will say to themselves, I'm not even going to bring it up because he or she is not going to address it. Okay. And then when that starts to happen, disconnection starts to happen. Because that's where people start feeling dead and numb. They become very disconnected. What do you say, Herman?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Okay. Tanya McNorris, she said, I agree until it's about getting their way. I believe it's all about respect. When a woman feels she can bulldoze over a man or won't allow him to lead is when the problems begin. Women need to throw out that saying of happy wife, happy life. It's manipulative and disingenuous. That's what you say.
Happy life. I mean, happy partners together, happy life.
Right.
It's not just one-sided. Both parties need to be happy.
Right.
So if you're looking at a one side, oh, keep mama happy, everything in the household is going to be fine. Because I subscribe to keep your woman happy. I do subscribe to that. However, both parties need to remain happy, not just one party. It's more than just one person that you're with. If you're with yourself, you're married to yourself, then yeah, you can do that. And I know people who got married to themselves.
How do you get married to yourself?
I know some people in the dance community that has done that.
Well, how can you get married to yourself?
So I guess they so in love with themselves, they put a ring on their finger, but like, I'm married to myself. I mean,
and that's okay to do that and be married to yourself, but don't have another person there.
No, they don't. They're just them by themselves.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, though. People decide to be alone, but not decide to be with
just
nobody.
like to me, I feel like if somebody does that, it's like they don't understand.
Here go the old thing.
But
we already didn't take it in, huh?
But no, we need the other thing, but we'll find it.
Oh.
So when people subscribe to that, it's like people don't understand some boundaries. Like, let's say we had a roommate here. We had roommates here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, oh, we get along so great. Yes, they're friends. Some people want to take that to another level and be like, let's all get married. We have a group marriage, and I really don't just know your boundaries or what we used to talk about.
I don't even know what we're talking about right now. I feel like you got off on another tangent.
Well, no, what I'm saying is we talk about somebody being married to themselves. That's what we're talking about.
People can't marry themselves. I mean, people can decide to not be with another partner, but they can't marry themselves.
People can decide to take care of themselves, and that's just
right. And that's nothing wrong with that, though.
Keeping yourself, and that's just normal. You don't have to marry yourself to do that.
Because some people decide to not get married for many reasons. They don't want to do the work shit. Because
Right.
it is work being with people. You have to manage your mood. It's not hard to be in our relationship, but we do have to manage our mood. We have to apologize when we're wrong. We have to decide to be patient and be tolerant, and we have to decide to continue to be better, continue to reconnect with each other when we get irritated and annoyed, to get over it quickly, to try to be there for each other as much as we can, and try to remain friends and all kind of things. And some people just don't feel like doing it. They just want to do them, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're with somebody, you need to be willing to do the work. But Tanya said, to the other lady's comment, she said that is Tanya McNorris. She said that is absolutely correct as well. However, I won't say there aren't any kings out here that can't lead. She didn't say that either. I just don't run into them. The game has truly changed.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, a man did want to lead and impress a woman, but it is of my opinion that the evolution of time and more women getting out the kitchen and getting that higher education, things change. But for the record, I want to be led properly, for real. Like women, in my opinion, for the most part, women don't want to lead. They feel like they have to, but at the same time, they do have to. We do have to bow down a little bit to get in position to be led. But I mean, I feel, yeah, we have to let the man be the man. But at the same time, it still needs to be a partnership. So how do you do that? Because if anybody feels empowered,
down, but that's
right? Because if anybody feels disempowered, then that's them too. They're going to end up feeling
right.
They're going to end up being resentful, right? Because people neither partner needs to feel disempowered, right? A man gonna be to me like he leads regardless. He's this man here regardless. It's not even a battle, bang or nothing. Because for one, he's gonna do all the strong man stuff. So I don't want to do it.
Sometimes I pull a son in the room and have a conversation with him.
And I like that.
Because he thinks he's the leader. And I'm like, look, man, you're my child. You're my stepson.
Even though you're a grown man, you're still a child. You know.
Right. So I have to let him know, and then since my son, my biological, was here this weekend. He's 16 years old. Anything I say, he want to rebuttal, talk against, and then her son Devin sees that, and he's like, "Oh, you can do that. Let me try." So you hear how him getting to it. If you want to be talked to like that, then go ahead. If you don't want to be talked to like that, I suggest you don't.
Yeah.
So
and I stay out of it. I'm still there, but he needs to listen because he does.
Right. And I told him, I said, man, everything I tell you, it's from love. It's not from anything else. You tell me stuff, and then we present it to your mom sometimes, then you're more comfortable going through me. But I'm not just some pushover in the street.
Yeah.
I never reiterate that from time to time.
Yeah, and everybody's learning each other and growing. But we have to keep people in their place because there's only two adults in this house, and that's me and him. The boys that pay the bills. Everybody else, I don't care if you're grown, you're still a kid. I don't care if you're 30, if you live here, you're a kid.
Right.
So Christian said, I agree. He just agreed with that, that avoid. Well, I don't know if he agreed with the avoidance, but he agreed that sometimes men can feel dead, I think. And Trina Johnson said, I completely agree. Cynthia Gillespie said this can go both ways. Do you see any comments on there?
That's what I'm looking for right now.
Because also mention Wednesday again. Wednesday night, experience the wow. Yeah.
And you are the star.
Right.
Whenever you come to our event, you are the superstar at our event.
Yes, let me fall back. You go be the superstar. You start going around and make sure everybody's good at the party and all that stuff. Make yourself. You could be the superstar. I don't got to be the superstar. He don't got to be the superstar. Right. You be the superstar. Shit, you come in there and shine.
And it's
you slide right across the floor like Michael Jackson.
And I have had a few people contact me about it. I was like, hey, man, come on out. So come on out. We're gonna do every Wednesday. This Wednesday we're practicing Chicago Step In, DFW Swing Out, whatever you like to practice. We'll do it. And then if we need to get in groups, we can get in groups and everything else. So make sure you come out to have a good time.
And we're practicing for the contest for whoever needs to practice.
And this is a good time to meet a partner for the preliminaries. This is going to be on national stage. I guess you don't understand the what this is going to do. This is going to be on national stage with everybody else. Everybody in the nation will be watching. Let's show them what Texas is built on. How we dance, party,
All the
get
practice
on,
we do.
all the stuff that we do, because they're looking at you. They're looking at us. Like somebody referred to me and said they had a recording of the dude in the purple suit, which is me.
Yeah.
And they're looking at me.
Yeah. You know,
Bad,
bad or good.
whatever, bad, good, indifferent, whatever, you know. So, hey, the video was circulating of me, and thank you for that.
I thought he was going to be mad after that.
I just appreciate that so much because they know who I am now.
Yeah, we're characters. We don't really. What do y'all think y'all talking bad about us? We be thinking it's funny.
Hey, so yeah, I'll be laughing too sometimes. Like, dang, baby, I ain't that.
I was doing all that.
Like,
Was
look
that,
at him.
what the hell did I do that shit for? I don't know why I did it, but in the moment it seemed like the right thing to do. Now, why the hell did I wave my hand like that?
Like,
my foot like
Like,
that?
I'll be looking at you, I'll be like, dang. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I'll read a couple more comments. Marquise Randall said, "This is true. Men have to communicate and let the chips fall where they may. And early in the game, you got to start out early with it. You can't just after 5 years of chaos start saying stuff. Then you got to start out in the beginning, having a voice. And so, just like dudes grew up conditioned to be strong and not to cry, even before the internet and social media pushed the narrative of happy wife, happy life. In every 30-minute sitcom, we grew up with the man always crumbled to the happiness of his wife. From I Love Lucy, The Cosby Show, to outspoken husbands like Archie Bunker, George Jefferson, and James Evans, it's to the point where a lot of self-made, self-proclaimed boss chicks won't allow themselves to be led. They can only be somewhat happy in long-term relationships where they allow the man to make decisions. She agrees with a steady and a steady tug of war and resistance to the decisions that can't manipulate into their favor. It's not that they are not good women, but it's hard for them to lead in everything else, work, kids, business, etc., but follow a man that they choose at home. So they often only get along for long periods of times with dudes that eventually folds when they push back, no matter how he feels or what he believes in. Men have to stand on what they believe in. If a resolution can't be mutually agreed on, eventually those women lose some or all respect for the man that continues to fold just because he doesn't want to hear her mouth and just to get along. So he said eventually if the man fold anyway, the women lose respect. I think that I'm going to work even more on learning this, on getting out here this win-win solutions, because it's really about a win-win solution. If he right, if the woman can continue to go over give her whatever she wants, she's probably going to continue to do it because it's a learned behavior. But if we can just not even have that ideal that I got to get what I want, I need to win, because every time you win, your partner loses. So if you win every discussion, your partner lost every discussion, and they felt disempowered. We got to figure out how to get to this win-win solution, and it can't be agree to disagree, because that doesn't work either.
So if you're treating your husband like a slave, you're married to a slave. If you treat him like a king, you're married to a king. So
what does that mean? What does it mean to treat him like a king?
What does it mean?
Because that means for him to be able to have his way, for it to go his way.
For you to have good verbal communication and how good leadership skills.
What if he don't have good verbal communication? Like people that don't want to hear, they only want to hear when they saying stuff, and when you say stuff, they say they don't want to hear. Like you did me yesterday.
Yeah, because you can. And sometimes you have to do that because sometimes it's needed to do that. You know, I mean, is it right? It's not right, but sometimes you have to put your foot down and say, "Look, shut the hell up and listen to what I'm talking about." Sometimes that's needed, but apology is always needed after that outcome. After the outcome,
Right, because you don't want to start a habit of it.
right, correct. So, and I want you to understand that. Look, baby, I love you, and this is not how a normal conversation goes. We need to communicate, but sometimes it is needed to say, "Hey, stop right now," because
Both of us stop right now.
right, absolutely, because in the midst of a conversation, it's so many words that can be said that it's not meant just out of outbursts. Like, let's say we continue to talk. It's negative. And then sometimes disingenuous words will come out.
Right.
Instead of just stop, think, come back.
Right.
Even though those disingenuous words were not really felt.
Right.
But sometimes it's a dagger to try to hit the other person to hurt them time being. But that does not only hurt them time being, that hurts them for the long run of the course. And sometimes those words are forgotten. And sometimes those words are lingered on forever. I call my sister a bitch when we was a teenager. She still holds on that today. Like, kids do that shit. Brothers and sisters do that when they were younger. So today, from when I was a teenager, I called her a bitch. I don't know when or whatever, but she still holds on to that. And that's just the craziest thing to me. I don't even remember when I did it. So we must have been in the odds one day. So, but when you do that, you say words that meant to hurt. And sometimes these words last forever. Because words don't last longer than if somebody were to hit you. But if somebody hit you, that's an immediate exit. You don't stay in that. Yeah. But I'm just saying, words will last because that wound will eventually heal. You won't forget it, but that wound will eventually heal. But you will always remember those words that if somebody say to you, you remember those for the longevity.
Yeah.
And especially,
so that is true. That you could say, look, let's just stop right now. And both people stop, literally. Stop talking. That's not wrong to say. That's a good communication strategy. Roxanne said, I really don't know. Men emotionally are a puzzle to me. That's why we need to get that group started. Testing from survival to thriving, and the women are there to observe, and it is really for men.
Absolutely.
So Reggie said, most of the time we let women have it because most men are not argumentative with a woman. Right. Women will usually deflect and they won't take any accountability. So to avoid stress and saying things that we know we can't take back, we just shut the F up. At the same time, though, men have to be accountable. Every woman is not the type to dominate over a man. There are some ladies out there that are fair. Domineering women are the ones that have that problem of narcissism. They want everything their way. And the simps are the ones that let them have their way. The simps are the type of men that you speak of. I don't know if they were simps or they just didn't want to be argumentative or whatever, but avoidance is a man's natural, and the science even said that most men are naturally more avoidant and women are bringing up conversations more often. The science says that. That's not even like stereotyping or nothing. There is proven science that say that men are more avoidant and women, and that's not black men only, black men, white men, Hispanic men in general are more avoidant, and women bring up conversations more often. And so that's why men be saying, I just want peace and but women are not we're not totally peaceful. We bring up stuff, we try to resolve issues, we try to work through issues. That's just a normal woman trait. And a male trait is naturally to kind of try to avoid certain arguments. But when they do that, it ends up building up. And so then what do they need to do? Choose your arguments. Choose the things that's worth it. Don't go down the hill about everything, but choose what, discussion needs to be really had, and then learn to work through issues and then learn win-win solutions. And so, like I said, I will put some stuff out today about creating win-win solutions. That's what we'll be working on this whole week. Creating. Right. We worked on it before, but we'll work on it again.
Well, thank everybody for coming out.
See y'all soon.
If you do have any questions about,
I got some clients today.
If you have any questions about our preliminaries, reach out to us. We're going to answer. We'll get more information out soon.
Let's go ahead and finish with a prayer. Lord Jesus, give everybody that's watching, everybody that's going to watch in the future, everybody in the world, please give us everything we need to give out today, this year, this week. Thank you for allowing us to do what we do. Lord Jesus, in your name, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Peace out. Love y'all. See you.
Amen. The stream.